Hello, this is David Taylor of Web Media in Chester, and in this video I want to talk about how you can optimize your Google search results for maximum click-through. And this is something that a lot of businesses either don't know about or don't do anything about, but it's actually a really important part of getting traffic to your website, especially traffic that's qualified and looking for your specific type of business, product or service. So here we are on a Google search result page for, in this case, the term Web Designer Chester. And let's just go down past the local search results down to the organic search results and look at those for a moment. And the first thing that we notice is that all of these search results look very similar. They have a blue headline, they have a green URL, and they have a couple of lines of black text that tells you something about what's on offer. But the obvious issue here is that because of all of these top 10 organic results on page 1 of this Google result look very, very similar, then the onus is on you as the business owner, if you have one of these website entries, to try and get people to click through on your entry and not on one of the other 9 entries. So how can you do this? Well, the first thing you can do is to take advantage of this top blue line, which is actually a reflection of the page title of usually of your home page. That is the case on this first one, it's the case on R1 here. In this case it's not the home page, it's a sub-page that is being reflected by Google. But in most cases you will see that this blue clickable link is a reflection of the page title of your website homepage, and therefore in your homepage website homepage title, the first thing that I would recommend that you do is ensure that whatever the primary keyword phrase that you want to be on page 1 of Google for, in this case Web Design Chester, or something very similar to that, that is actually included as part of the page title of your homepage. And the reason for that is that if somebody is searching for a phrase like Web Design Chester, if they see Web Design Chester or something very similar to it as the first line of one of these results, then they're much more likely, either consciously or unconsciously, to make a cognizant link between what they were searching for and one of these entries. And you can see in a lot of cases that these entries have used Web Design Chester in the title of their homepage. In our case, we've done it slightly the other way around with Chester Web Design, but the premise is still the same, i.e. that essentially the key phrase is included in the first line. So that's the first thing that you should look for. The second thing that I would recommend is obviously that you put your brand title in the title space of your homepage, and that's what most businesses will do. And then the third recommendation is that you put something in the title of your homepage alongside your keyword phrase that differentiates you from everyone else on the first page of Google, or sets you apart in some way, or tells the searcher that there is some good reason to click through on this specific your specific link to your website rather than one of the other 9. And in our case here, you can see that we are the only company in the top 10 that actually makes a reference to price. And we did that consciously because a lot of the time web design companies in this case will not or do not quote prices on their websites for web design projects. But we thought that that this was something that could differentiate us from the competition, and so we actually quote a financial figure in our in the title line of our homepage, and we feel that that's something that stands out and will catch the eye of people who are looking for this kind of service. And you should consider what it is about your business versus your competition that could make your business stand out on a Google search result like this. So that's the first thing. The second thing on a search result is the URL. Not a lot that you can do about that, really. Usually, as I say, the URL refers to your home page. I wouldn't worry too much about that. What I would worry more about is, as well as the blue clickable link, is this snippet of explanatory text here. Now this usually comes from two sources. It either comes from what's called the meta description on your, in this case, your home page. The meta description is a piece of data that is sort of hidden behind the scenes of the page, and tells search engines in a descriptive form what the page is about. But Google and other search engines don't always use the meta description. Sometimes they will, or sometimes they will pick out a piece of text from the home page that they think is relevant to what you are searching for, which in this case is Web Design Chester, just to remind everybody. So in this case, if we look at our own entry, this piece of text here is not actually from the meta description of our homepage. It is from a paragraph, a piece of narrative text from the homepage. And the reason that Google has chosen this piece of text to display is because this piece of text contains part of the search string. The search string is Web Designer Chester, and this piece of narrative text from our homepage contains the word design, and Google picks up on that, and even though it's not specifically about web design, it's picked up on the word design, and it's reproduced this sentence from the narrative text on the Google search result. Now, what does this mean to you? Well, what it means is that if you have a specific primary keyword phrase like this, you want to use it in a piece of narrative text near to the top of your home page, because it's likely that Google will pick up on that and reproduce it in this piece, this section here of the search result. Now, if that's the case, then you want to make sure that that sentence that contains your keyword phrase in as narrative text on your homepage, that says something that again is going to contribute to people and differentiate you from your competitors and get people to click through on your search result rather than one of the other 9 on the homepage. So let me use an example under here. Here we've got some narrative text from another company where they're saying they're Chester-based web design agency. Well, you'd pretty much know that if you'd search for Chester website designer. If you're looking for a professional website design agency, look no further, contact us on etc, etc. Well, that's all very well and good, but I would say that this one and quite a lot of the others don't actually say anything that is going to be different from what is in their blue link, or is going to be new in terms of information for the searcher and is going to contribute to them clicking through. On the other hand, here's an example of another one, another page 1 entry where they boast of over 45 years of digital experience. Whatever your brief, we can achieve it. This is something more proactive, more on the front foot, selling something positive about this particular company, and I would say that it's more likely that that a searcher would click through on this search result than the one we looked at a moment ago. In our own case, what we do is that we illustrate the type of businesses that we typically work with, and the variety of those kind of businesses, and that we bring imagination, technical expertise and business focus to working with those kind of companies. And hopefully that's another reason for someone to click through on our search result. So there we go, there's some reflections from us on how you can look at how your search result appears in Google, and maybe make it a little more appealing to searchers to click through on you rather than someone else. I hope that has been helpful. If you have any problems in terms of changing the page title or text on your homepage, please do get in touch with us and we'd be happy to help you. In the meantime, that's it for this video, and we'll see you next time.